Okay.
Now you turn it on.
What was that?
Right.
It is kind of late, isn't it?
It doesn't make it any not tiring being in here.
All right. So I'm working on the project again, the desk project. And so Dan sat down at the cabinets that I built, the drawer cabinets, and they're a little short. So I need to raise them up. And plus the casters that came with them are kind of, they're not awesome casters. So I'm going to put on some better casters that I have in the garage. So now I get to take my 2x4 and cut it. And I need 4 of them the same length to raise up, and then I will just put my casters on, and I'll show you when I'm done. But I have to cut this board into 4s to fit the bottom of the drawer cabinets. So yes, and I can't use a circular saw because it's a work day, and of course Dan is in the office. So I'll be hand sawing these, and I guess I'll just let you guys watch. I don't know. All right, that's the next part of my project. And sanding, maybe, if there's enough time, sanding the edges of the new desktop. Now we just have 3 more to go. I won't make you watch that. Okay, so I have my dad's belt sander out. Thank you, Dad. I haven't used it in a long time. So we will see what kind of trouble I can get into with it. But I'm going to try to get the edges nice and smooth so nobody has any slivers in their fingers or anything from the desktop. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I will probably have to change out the sanding belt and go over it after I get the first round done. I'll probably have to change out the sanding belt and do a finer grain and do it all around a second time. But that's actually looking pretty good, so I will show it to you when it's done. This is gonna take a while. I've got the sanding completed, and I don't think it's going to need a second sand on it. I just put my hand around it and it felt pretty good. This is the bottom part, but got it all sanded up. Got the corners nice and round so we don't poke ourselves on them, right? But when I run my hand over it, I don't feel any bits that stick out. And I didn't tell you guys, but I am going to wash it on both sides really well, and then let it dry, and then I'm going to put contact paper on the side that he's going to use as the desktop, so it'll be white like the rest of the house. Anyway, job number 2 complete. Sanded the desktop. So there's just one little funky area right there where I cut poorly. Anyway, it should be fine, and it's just a temporary desk anyway. Yeah, so I just have to wash it up. And I don't know if I showed you, I got all 4 boards cut for the rolling cabinets to make the rolling cabinets higher. So now I just have to install them with the new casters. I have to install them with the new casters on the bottom of the rolling cabinets. These are really nice casters. And the thing about them is that they are ball bearing casters. And I don't know if you can see in there. It's really hard. There are little ball bearings in there, right? To make rotation super smooth. However, it's also filled with dust and dirt, which will not make rotation smooth, right? So I like these little ball bearing casters. They're awesome. They can hold a lot of weight and they're just really nice, unlike the cheap plastic ones that are on there now. I've got a little thing set up here. I got my tools and a little lubricant. So I just pulled some chainsaw lube out of there. It's nice and fresh and clean. And the handy dandy all-purpose toothbrush. And I love this tool. And for anyone who eats crab, you'll recognize it. This is a crab eating tool. However, I tend to pull it out of my silverware drawer and use it for stuff like this because it's tiny and thin and pokey. And where is it? It's tiny and thin and pokey, and it gets into little spaces really well. We are taking the toothbrush and just rubbing the fresh oil in and trying to get all the dirt and the nasty oil out. And wiping it on our paper towel. And then anytime I find a big clump of dirt in there, I take my little crab tool and I try to just scoop it out. And I'll do that for the next half hour and make sure that all of these casters are in working order so I can put them on the bottom of the cabinetry. Woohoo! We're going to take these 2x4s and stick them on the bottom to raise it up a little bit and put the new casters on. And these are slightly larger casters, so that will also raise it up a little bit. So then he should be able to get his legs underneath the desk. That's my job, is to take the old casters off and put these 2x4s and the new casters on. So. So we've got our 2 units, and then the topper is going to go on top. And they've been raised up with the 2x4 and the new casters. And now this is just, I'll show you. This is just some carpet padding, non-slip carpet padding for area rugs. I'm just going to cut it to fit on top of that. So when I put the topper on, put the topper on, I'm not going to scratch up the tops of these because it is just temporary and we might use these independently somewhere else, like in the shed or somewhere. So, ta-da! The contact paper is now on the desktop. So it is white and it looks like the rest of it. However, it doesn't stick to the cut sides, right? So I do in my Amazon cart have some pretty little furniture tacks. So I might go ahead and order those because I was thinking that this might not stick right to the edges, and it's definitely not going to stick to the plasticized section on the back, on the bottom. So I will go ahead and get those pretty furniture tacks, and then we'll just put a tack or two all the way along the edge and make it look pretty. The only other thing I think I might want to add is to open these top drawers. Okay, to open these top drawers, you're going to need it quite close to the front here, right? But if you look, that means there's quite a bit hanging off the back, right? So then it's unbalanced. So I'm thinking I might add like a little support leg on each corner back there so it doesn't tip, right? Anyway, it's pretty sturdy, and this part is going to be against the wall, right? The wall's going to be right there. So, but still, we might need a little leg. I'll think about that tomorrow. Okay, it's Thursday. I'm still not done with this thing because, well, of life. You know, kids need help and school and this and that and cooking and cleaning and all the other things that I have to do. So, but project is getting better. I want to show you what I did today. So I put these legs on. Watch. Whoop. Click. And then I have nice little hinges. So when it's not in use, I can fold it away. Right? These are the best little hinges off Amazon. Whoop. Click, and they stay in place. And then I am gonna whop it over and show you what it looks like. Hold on. So now it's on. That's what it's gonna look like. Got the furniture tacks in. Starting to try to pin that down and make a little pretty out of it. This is where Dan is gonna be painting all winter. What you doing?
Sitting at my paint station.
Your paint station. It's a paint station. Woo woo! Everybody on board. So, do you like it?
Yeah. How could you not like something like this? I mean, it's amazing.
All right. Show me where you're hiding the paints at.
Hiding? They're in the drawers.
Well, they weren't in the drawers the last time I showed the people.
Mystery.
Woo! Paints. And more paints.
And I ordered inserts for these so that they can actually
And more
be
paints.
far more organized than this.
All right.
Like,
Oh, and
So it's a
more paints.
and then I got tools and stuff on this one, and weird paints, and then down here is glue. I can't do that with my toe.
What? I can do that with my toe.
Well, then you do that with your toe.
Okay.
See, glue. Aren't you? That was a lot of buildup for glue. This works good.
Good.
I'm not freezing to death. The paint's not freezing in my hand.
That's good.
It's fantastical. When you turn it on, you're gonna need it.
What was that?
Right.
It is kind of late, isn't it?
It doesn't make it any not tiring being in
Well, you're not burning so many calories on just keeping warm.
Yeah, no, maybe that was the problem. Maybe I should go to the garage and burn more calories that way and stay warm. So,
All right. Well, I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you have something to do on the weekends, and I think.
the rivets frighten me.
Oh, yeah. That's just to keep the paper down.
I
so
know
it
it's
doesn't
just keep
stick
the
to
paper
your
on.
shirt.
But the day that one of these falls out and I step on it,
I had to nail them in.
I'm just saying, they will. One of these times, something's gonna happen. One of them's gonna fall out, and I'm gonna sit down, or your son's gonna step on it, and it's gonna be the end of the free world as we know it.
It might be tetanus shots all around. Okay. Well, the kids are still playing Minecraft.
I know. It's almost 11 and they're playing Minecraft still. So.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna go to bed,
Cool.
and all you guys can have your awesome Saturday nights
Yeah.
doing
Awesome. Yeah.
doing this stuff. All right.